Hello, First Presbyterian Church. I am making this video in order to let you know of a few changes we are making to our Sunday mornings beginning this coming Sunday, May 2nd. The first two changes are that we will no longer require you to RSVP for the service you wish to attend, and we will no longer be assigning you seats. You can show up to either service, 9 a.m. or 10:30 a.m., and sit wherever you like. We will, however, continue to sit every other row, and we are asking you to please govern yourselves by maintaining 6 feet of physical distance in the pews. And I recognize at this point in the course of the pandemic that many of you are ready to shed the practice of physical distancing altogether, but we are not all there yet. And this is a way we can show love to one another by deferring to the interests of our neighbor and maintaining that 6 feet distance out of preference for their comfort level over our own. You have been laudably compliant throughout the course of this entire pandemic, and I thank you in advance for continuing your participation as we begin to transition back to what our life was like before the pandemic. And if you are one of those people for whom the idea of unassigned seats makes you uncomfortable, then I would encourage you to come to the 9 a.m. service, which tends to have fewer people in attendance. Another change is that our pews are going to be stocked again with hymnals and Bibles and visitor and prayer cards and pens. We'll continue to print the lyrics and scripture passages in the bulletins through the month of May, but we're using May as a period of transition to return to our exclusive use of Bibles and hymnals in our worship on Sunday morning. The visitor and prayer cards will also be back in the pews, so you can again jot down a prayer request that you would like for us to be praying about, and stick that card in the offering box located in the rear of the sanctuary. Those are the changes that will be implemented for this coming Sunday, May 2nd. But there are 3 other changes that will be introduced in the summer months. Those are the reintroduction of a staffed nursery during the worship service, and then a change to the 2 biggies, right? Masking and physical distancing. We're continuing to discuss the timing and nature of these changes, but at this point, we anticipate that we will reintroduce nursery and no longer require masks or physical distancing at some point during the coming summer months. We are now at the place where anyone who is over 16 years of age and medically cleared to do so can receive the vaccine. If you've delayed getting the vaccine, I would encourage you to do so now. They have proven extremely effective at reducing the effects of COVID-19 so that the comparison to the flu, which was inaccurate at the beginning of the pandemic, is beginning to become more appropriate with the vaccine. The rates of hospitalization and mortality have dramatically decreased, and this gives us hope that we may soon be able to resume our Sunday morning worship as we once knew it sometime during the coming summer months. The vaccine has given us hope, but we must acknowledge as Christians that it is only a temporary hope. We will still all die someday, whether we've had this vaccine or any other. And so we continue to hold out hope in Jesus Christ, who has defeated death, and in his victory on our behalf has given us cause to be unafraid of any virus, of anything in this world, as well as reason to love our neighbor by considering their interests as more important than our own. We worship a glorious God, and I am excited that our corporate worship of him will begin to look more familiar in the coming summer months. Grace and peace, my friends. I'll see you on Sunday.